Next new thing we have is Brago, King Eternal. Now, Brago has a story behind him, and it's in an Uncharted Realms on the Wizard site, but I honestly could not finish reading it, and I feel bad about saying that. I just could not get through that story. I don't know what his background is. I'll go back to it later and look at it, but
He's a Ghost King.
Yeah, he's basically the Ghost King of Paliano.
He flickers. He's fun like that. He's eternal. He gets to live forever because he's a ghost.
I like Uncharted Realms. Sometimes it's really good when it's really good, and then sometimes it's just, I can't get through this.
Yeah, because they lost the flavor column because Everyone Creative's too busy. So like, what do we do to replace it?
And it's like, I understand that. I'm really sad they did that, but...
And now it's like...
At the same time, I really like that Doug Beyer has his Tumblr.
Yeah, that's very good.
It's good enough.
The thing about Uncharted Realms is, though, that they can just, they just find somebody to...
it's not always
somebody just requests to basically write a story for it. Like,
Matt,
the rules manager...
Yeah, Matt Tabak. He actually did the Fibblethip story. And that was actually... It was a fun one. It was a fun little story about Fibblethip. Right.
But, the rules manager wrote something for that. It wasn't part of the creative team in the least.
Yeah. I think the worst one, though... Now that we're in this little tangent, there's one which is basically just a fan fiction of it's a high school version of all the Planeswalkers, and it's like, no.
Oh,
I'm out. We're done here. God, that one.
Anyway, Brago, he flickers things. It's pretty cool.
Oh, man. Kabanaw, are you ready to talk about the next card?
Yeah,
the next card.
Fargo.
Oh, my God. Dash Rendar. Dirk Fangoon. Dak Faden, the greatest thief in the multiverse.
Dak Faden.
Dak Faden.
Will we ever call you by your real name?
I call him by his real name, but I also put greatest thief in the multiverse behind it.
Of course.
We will either say your name wrong or give you the full title.
Of course. He's a pretty good thief-flavored Planeswalker.
Yeah, I like his mechanics. I'm actually really glad he got a card.
Yeah, his +1 is Faithless Looting, which he is in the art for. The first art we saw of Faithless Looting was him.
Yep. Which, I never actually caught that. You're right. Good for that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he has Steel Artifact as his -2.
He steals something. And then the last one is that
I'm going to gank everything that's not nailed down. And by not nailed down, I mean does not have hexproof. Man. Dak Faden's character, it's, like I said, the first real story he's in, it's really kind of rough. It is just, he's a wizard and he's a rogue with a heart of gold, and then he does... It really feels like they were just trying to write Han Solo.
Yeah.
Which is really funny with the Dash Rendar Dak Faden comparison. But yeah, the Theros is actually... He has two stories in Theros, and one of them is... The first one is really good. It's just a fun little adventure in him trying to find stuff.
Yeah.
And then the second one is actually him dealing with Ashiok, so that's where Ashiok plays into the storyline, is he's actually an antagonist of Dak Faden, the greatest thief in the multiverse.
TM.
Yes.
Copyright. Trademark.
But yeah, he's... It's a thing. He actually does get character growth, which is more than I can say for some characters.
Right.
Who I'll remain nameless with here until we actually talk about them at some point in the future.
Mm-hmm. My only question here is, why did he take this glove off?
Because I can actually answer this. He's about to feel you. Well, at least one of the artifacts. Basically, his special ability is he can hold an artifact and touch it, and he can basically relive something from that artifact's past through the eyes of its last wielder or something.
Oh, okay.
So he basically draws out information from artifacts. But, yeah, he has to actually touch it to do it. So he can't do it when he's wearing a glove.
Right,
the reason his arm is red, by the way, is he was once caught stealing, and that was the punishment on the plane. It was kind of an Arabic-y thing.
Yeah.
So really, they should have cut his hand off. But
So much
that's
for
kind of
greatest thief in the
that's kind of a
multiverse.
stereotype thing that kind of actually happens. But yeah, he keeps it as a reminder. Like a healer on Raven is like, I can get rid of that if you want. He's like, no, I need it. My past.
It's a reminder that he's not the greatest thief in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Because he got caught.
Yeah.
Good thieves don't get caught.
Yeah. Aladdin taught us that.
He's Aladdin.
And then, of course, the next card is the first. It's one of the Planeswalker named spells, Dak's Duplicate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I guess is Dak being an identity thief.
Yeah, and then also being
and then it just gets
rebellious?
dethroned. Which I'm gonna take, flavor-wise, and with the art air, he makes a copy of the creature, but the creature is on fire. Which is not only why it has dethrone, but why it has haste, because it is on fire and it is going to come running at your head while on fire. Once again, being on fire is the visual cue.
What's the best creature to copy with this?
Oh my god.
Oh, maybe like that green M14 Hydra?
That could be fun.
The one that doubles +1/+1 counters, so it's like it gets haste, and then it's already a 4/4, then you put the +1/+1 counter, and then it's a 10/10.
Honestly, anything big. It's haste and dethrone, your opponent doesn't see it coming.
Yeah, it's a good card.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Next card is Death Reap Ritual.
Yeah.
Which is odd, because it, just like that wolf, when Predators howl, they brought back an ability word, which is
they brought back Morbid.
They brought back Morbid. They just decided to throw that in there.
Yeah.
It's a nice, simple card. Creature dies, you get a card at the end of the turn.
Yep. It's a way to do it.
Yep.
Doesn't really do much more than that.
I'm not quite sure what's happening in the art.
No. It's those like little people inside of a crystal?
Yeah, it looks, and you can see the
things around
stairway going up. Like, there's a stair on each side. I do like the flavor text. Basically just kind of hammers in the theme of Conspiracy. With the case of the Black Rose, talking about everybody in pawns. It's nice, I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Steve Argyle, his art is really, it's good, but at the same time, it's kind of got some iffy qualities on it.
Yeah.
It's very colorful. Like, there's the Friday Night Magic version of Jason's Ingenuity. It's basically just all sparkles, and I really like it. Mm-hmm. But some of his anatomy's weird sometimes. But overall, he's not as bad as people make him out to be.
No.
Like, I mean, the magic thread on Something Awful, they go on crusades against some of the dumbest things.
Yeah, I mean, like,
all art looks the same, and it's art directed to hell. And it's like, it's
because fine. they tell people what to draw. And they do what they're told.
I'm sorry, but I played through the period when we had Balduvian Shaman, who's just a naked guy in the middle of an ice age. I'm good. I like that there's cohesiveness. There is distinctive styles. If you actually look at the cards, like you can tell artists have distinct styles. Like we've looked at some here, like Raymond Swallow. Yeah. It's spiky. Mm-hmm. Nils Helm.
Nils Helm has fantastic color work.
Yep.
Yeah.
They each have their strength. It's kind of wonderful.
Yeah. If you pay attention to the art and you actually care about it instead of just complaining that things are different from when you were younger.
That's part of it. There's kind of the rose-colored glasses, and then there's also, I will give them this, some of it doesn't show up well on the actual cards. Like,
that's true.
At card size, it's hard to make out details, cause...
I agree with that.
Form's poster, Sleep of Bronze, he did a summary of the Godsend novel. And what he would do was, in between, he would actually put, higher res images of the card art, and those were some of the replies. Was like, oh my god, I never noticed that detail in the art. The art's actually got detail and stuff to it. It's like, they do a lot of work in Magic art.
Yeah, you look at the high-res version and you're like, oh wait a second, those are brushstrokes.
Yeah, those are actual brushstrokes. These are things people work on.
Yeah, this is something painted by hand, but it looks so good that it looks like they did it digitally.
Yes, and even digitally takes a lot of work to actually do.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I'm friends with a lot of digital artists, and they put a lot of effort and work. It's not just the computer doing the work for them. It's they actually have to do each stroke and everything. Mm-hmm.
I just fill in with paint bucket, but
that was
that's just me.
My little rant about art.
Yeah. Let's move on to Decimate. New art.
Decimate with its new art and flavor text.
Yeah.
I like this art because it's Ravnican, and it's the Gruul destroying a courthouse. But the main reason I enjoy this art is, for once, it's the Gruul not destroying an Orzhov Basilica.
Yes, they're going with these.
As a practicing and in-debt Orzhov, they destroy our basilicas, and they're very expensive. Well, thank you for going for these Azorius.
Don't build them so near the stomping grounds.
But it's pretty! We can't help it! We're showing off! They're so expensive! And a wonderful flavor text. Anarchy comes in many forms. Social, individual, gruel.
If not gruel, then die.
Going back to artists, I like... It's a coincidence, but the artist for this card and a lot of other Ravnican cards is Zoltan Boros.
Yeah.
Who did the Unquestioned Authority in this set.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's completely coincidence that they got an artist whose last name was Boros to do this.
Yeah. And they had him do all of the charms, too.
Yep. Zoltan Boros and Gabor Zikzai, they are Eastern European artists.
Mm.
And because Ravnica is Eastern European, you kind of get a little cross in the name there.
Yep.
But yeah, I really like their art style.
Yeah.
Because it's got a colorful quality to it. It just feels nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just pops. So you look at the Decimate here, and there's just the white with the red all in the center like that just feels...
Yeah.
It's got a
This
good
was
feel.
Original Invasion card?
Decimate was in Odyssey, in fact.
Odyssey, oh, okay.
Yeah, this card actually got better, because you're allowed to target the same creature now if you have to. It used to be you had to have an artifact and a creature and an enchantment and a land. Because of how the targeting rules change, you can target, if you have an artifact creature, you can target that artifact creature. I'm pretty sure on this, I'm 99.9% sure this is a change that happened.
Yeah. I like that it works really well in Gruul, even though it wasn't originally a Gruul card.
This is a card that really just shines in Commander. Because there's a good chance that there will be an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a land.
Yep. Moving on to the next.
The next one is Extract from Darkness.
Yeah.
Which is just a giant Godzilla kaiju just erupting from a sewer.
Yeah.
I like that you can see kind of his fingers just pulling himself out.
Uh-huh. And it looks like there's a dude that's
I was about to say, there's the mage actually calling him out of the sewer.
Yeah.
I just like the concept, because your graveyard is apparently a sewer.
Yep.
That's the flavor of that
It's a sewer or a graveyard or something.
It's pretty great.
It's really whatever you need. Yep, but no, it just pulls this big dude out of the sewer because he wants to make a Godzilla happen.
Yep, why not?
I think that's the flavor.
Yeah, it's just summoning something. Might not have to be a Godzilla. Maybe you'll pull a rat of some sort out of the sewer.
Oh yeah. Ooh, maybe Pack Rat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is art by Dallas Williams, and they first did Omen Speaker and Theros is their only art other than this one.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of nice little style to it.
Yeah. I don't mind it. Nice fog effect.
Yep. And our next card is Flameright. I really enjoy the name of this card. I enjoy the concept of it. I like the art of it.
Yep. I like its mechanics too.
Yep. I like that because there's the cogwork thing going on. I really like that it doesn't make golems with Defender like you would expect it to.
Yeah,
it makes constructs.
Yep, because you don't have golems here. You have mechanically functioning things.
Yep, they're probably still mechanical, but they're cogwork instead of being,
Right.
I think that's a nice little distinction.
Mm-hmm. I always have the feeling that a construct is more like the mechanical side, whereas a golem is more the magical side.
Yeah, it's more mystical.
Yeah. Like, they're both kind of just, like, fantasy robots, but, like, the construct's more steampunky.
Yeah. It's more magical Leonardo da Vinci-y.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flameright's neat.
Man.
One of my favorite in the set, Grenzo Dungeon Warden.
I love this card. Would you like to explain your theory on the concept of this card?
Yeah, so what Grenzo does is, first, you make him... He has some amount of power.
You get to dictate how much he's been benching.
Yeah, and then after that, you can tell him to open up a jail cell. And then if there's a dude in there and that Grenzo's stronger than him, Grenzo pulls him out and makes him work for you.
Yep.
That's what he does. He's just like, hey, you, Rakdos, you're in here. Get out here.
He's just like, no! It's like, so you give him some counters and he just Puts him in a headlock.
Yeah.
It's great.
Ooh, this guy works really well in a Rakdos deck.
Yeah, that's what I was
the new
just
Rakdos.
thinking. Yeah.
Not the old Rakdos.
I think he could work with old Rakdos. I just do. I don't know. I think there's some stuff you could do. There's a lot of weird things.
I think we're with the new Rakdos because if you hit somebody, then you can make Renzo automatically bigger.
Yeah.
Like, he automatically, like, you make X6 already because it's reduced by 1 for every damage an opponent took.
I just like the look of him, because you look at him,
Yeah.
he's just kind of, he looks like an old goblin who's just kind of, he laughs at things. You can just kind of hear his laughing.
He loves his job.
Yeah. He is a man who loves being a dungeon warden.
He loves that he doesn't have to follow the rules and he just takes people out of his cells.
Yeah.
He's not a very good dungeon warden.
Or he's a really good one.
Depending on who you ask, I guess.
What is our next card? Magister of Worth.
Yeah.
This card, it's, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the art on it. I like the use of, I always like the use of stained glass in art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice stained glass in the background.
This is also, I think it's like a release card for it. I think RK Post did the alternate version.
Yeah.
And RK Post is an artist I really wish would do more art.
Mm-hmm.
He's amazing. If you ever see him at a convention, he's one of the coolest guys. He just does the best little drawings.
Yep.
Getting back to Magister of Worth, I love the voting choices. Is grace or condemnation?
Mm-hmm. Either everybody gets more things, or everybody loses all of their things. Choose one.
All of their things, except, of course, the Magister of Worth.
Right. She gets to hang around, because she's the one who kills everybody.
Yeah.
She's a little vindictful like that.
I'm a fan of Black White Angels.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you're a fan of Black White anything.
Well, yeah.
No, I agree though. I like the color palettes used on Black White Angels.
It's really good. Like I said, I like the use of the light from behind the glass and the darkness inside the actual cathedral itself.
Yeah, and like I like how a lot of their costumes end up being like very like pure whites and very stark blacks.
Yeah.
Really good contrast.
Yeah. Next card is Marquesa the Black Rose.
Hey, it's this lady, the one with the rings.
Yeah, the one who either gives everybody knives or sets them all on fire.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she just poisoned somebody in this art.
You know, I never noticed that. I never looked at the art in depth. I just thought there was a thing behind her, but yeah, she's apparently just done that. That's really cool, actually. Neat.
Now, where's the fire here?
On the candles next to him.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, man.
I really don't have much to say about Marquesa, though.
I never really looked at like all of her rule sets. I never even parsed her last ability.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a killer. But
it's basically I feel like it's I'm going to stab you.
Yep.
And then if things die, and it's
Mm-hmm.
So you can basically do an out and make her assassins disappear. And then just come back when she needs them.
Man, she even brings herself back.
Oh yeah.
It's not another creature. It's
she'll steal your opponent's creature. No, it's when your creature's control, isn't it? Yeah. My bad.
Yeah. But it's also includes her. It doesn't say whenever another creature you control. It just says a creature.
Yep. I like also just the contrast of the sky in the background.
Yeah.
Just amidst all the gold.
Mm-hmm. That's where the blue comes in.
Yeah. Nice little Grixis commander for you, because those are the three colors Dethrone appears in, so.
Yep.
Make a Dethrone deck for your commander. It'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Have fun with that. Use Undying. That's a fun thing to do, right? Make your Undying creatures infinitely recursive?
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Ugh. Next up, we have Marquesa's Smuggler.
Yeah.
I don't have too much to say about this, except he gives things haste, which I presume means he sets them on fire.
Yep.
Which is also why they can't be blocked, because they're on fire, and you don't want to touch somebody who's on fire.
That'd be stupid.
Yeah. But really, he's sneaking through an alleyway or something. He's got secret passages. A thing I like about this card is the Black Rose insignia on his cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Because Marquesa. Which I got nothing really to say about this card.
I like the look on his face. Just kind of like, here, have a passage.
Yeah, Dan Scott does some
there
good
you
stuff.
Go. Next new art.
I want to actually stop before we go to the next one, because it uses the Mortify art from Sorin versus Tybalt, right?
Yeah.
I just noticed, okay, the guy in the art being mortified, I think that's the guy being hit by lightning or whatever on the on the misdirection.
They completely is.
That guy is just having a terrible day of just getting struck by terrible things.
Oh no, this is like destroying whatever aura was on the guy. This is destroying the enchantment on him.
I don't know, he's got a lot of crap coming out of his gut. Or his neck.
Yeah. Or maybe this is a different dude who just picked up the other guy's helmet.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the enchantment.
Maybe it's Dark Souls logic.
Ah, okay. Oh, so you kill the dude and take his
It was kind of Dark Souls-y.
Maybe that's us.
Oh no! What do we got next? Sovala, Explorer returned.
Yeah.
I'm sorry!
This time, she herself isn't that much of a nuisance.
No, but she is kind of like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I like this one because it's a good contrast. I like the city behind her. You can also see those trees. This is immediately before these elephants come through.
Yeah. Though that's what she's using the mana for. She is a nuisance.
Oh, no. This is before she, yeah. Sovala.
Yeah.
I like Savala's outfit. It's just a...
Yeah, one thing I want to say about the card itself is it doesn't cause problems.
No, not at all!
This card works in the rules. If you use her ability, you just can't reverse it. Like, that's the only thing.
It's so weird when they do stuff like that with mana abilities.
Yeah. But, like, a bunch of people in the Something Awful Magic that were like, this doesn't work. When are they going to give errata for it? And it's like, it works fine. Like, it's weird. It doesn't work the same as everything else, but it functions.
That's weird.
Anyway. Apparently she's from the Lowlands.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a representative from there.
Well, yeah, you look at her. She's definitely from out on the boondocks. In the boondocks. You know, the Italian boondocks. She's an Italian elf. A magical Italian elf.
Yep. Because she lives in magical Italy.
Yes.
But isn't Italy already magical?
It's enchanting.
Anyway, next thing with new art.
Spontaneous Combustion has new art.
Yay!
I love the concept of spontaneous combustion because it's not spontaneous. You are instantly causing this.
Right.
But yeah, the flavor of it is just kind of great. It's like, oh, you're gonna do that to my guy? Oh, he exploded!
Whoa, so weird.
Oh,
wow.
Man, the odds!
Who'd have thunk?
Yeah. The art's not... I like this art. You can actually, if you look really closely, you can actually see the man exploding.
Oh yeah, you can see his face.
You can see his face, you can see his sword arm just being torn off.
He's just making the biggest frowny face.
It's kind of gruesome.
Yeah. Heat of battle.
I'm trying to see what's going on next. I think, like... Is that a horse being upended, like, next to him? Like, just to the right side of the card. What is that?
I'm not sure. It looks kind of like people just being super surprised that their commander just burst into flames.
Could be.
You know, his horse underneath him is having a bit of a tough time.
Oh, our next colored card. The last colored card is Woodvine Elemental.
Yeah. Hey, another Savala card.
Yeah, it's got Parley. Mm-hmm. Except this time he's like, he just boosts all your dudes. Yep. I don't think he's really sorry about that.
No, he's not.
It's like, I'm sorry.
But then why do people get cards?
Because he's basically... Okay. Alright, how's this? He's a Woodvine Elemental, right?
Yeah.
So maybe... Maybe when he does his parlay thing, and he finds non-lands, he straps them to the guys, but because they're non-lands, your opponent gets to pick them up.
Okay, alright.
That was a stretch, and it was awkward, and that's my explanation for why that does that.
Okay, we'll roll with that.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready for some constructs?
Yeah, ready for some weird Draft Matters cards?
Oh, Aether Searcher.
Okay. This one... this one...
This is a weird one, flavor-wise.
Yeah. Like, he just remembers a thing. Well, like, I think that, like, you give him a thing, and he says, this is what you're built to find.
Yeah.
and then he, like, rips through the planes to just grab it. He doesn't planeswalk.
Yeah, it's a weird one, because it's just... To search the Aether is a weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Aether being that quasi sort of mystical thing between planes.
Yeah, the space between spaces.
It's not even the space, it's this material, because you can use Aether in things, but you also pull things out of the Aether. It's a quasi pseudo thing.
Yeah, it's a weird semi-material, which wizards really get, but most people don't, so we don't worry about it.
Yes, wizards like myself get. Yes.
In every case, yeah, it's fine. He doesn't kind of need art. It looks like he has a space in him, though, to put at the thing that it's finding.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like the Summoner's Egg type thing.
Next we have Agent of Acquisitions.
Yeah.
I like this one. Because he's basically like, yeah, you drafted him. If you want, you can just send him out to the shop, and he'll pick up that entire shop and just drag it back.
Yeah, well, he's turning around and be like, what do you want here, buddy? Like,
just go to the store for me, and he'll drag that whole shop front back to you. And it's like, oh,
you're like,
now I can't draft anymore because I gotta sort through all this crap this stupid robot brought to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of when you'd actually want to use that ability. I'm guessing it's like, fifth pick or something.
If there's
or
a pack and it's got just, maybe there's 3 cards in it you really want, your opponents aren't gonna get.
Maybe it's like the next time around and you're like, oh, I can only pick one more thing from this pack and there's 3 things I want. Well, there's only 6 cards left. I would get 3 junk picks anyway.
Yeah, so. Like, it's not one you want to use late.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to use this. You don't want to first pick this dude and then take the next 14
No, I'm going to use this ability to get that last pick and that next to last pick. Oh, man. What's really with this set, it's weird, because last pick in this set, there's a lot of
things that like to be picked last.
Yeah.
But we'll get to those.
Speaking of last pick, Canal Dredger.
Yeah.
I like this card, I like the concept, I like the name, because he's basically just, I'm going to take everybody's last pick. It's so dumb.
But I wanted my last pick.
Well, too bad. Last pick goes to me. This card looks like it's actually going to be decent in general, because aside from getting all those last picks, it's also a 1/5, and its ability seems relevant.
Yeah, that's good in multiplayer, because it just mugs up the ground and makes people not want to attack you.
I just like that they made a robot that crawls through the sewer and digs things up.
Yeah. I guess A beats janitors.
Yeah.
Doesn't ask for unions or pay raises or anything like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The next card is the only not cogwork thing artifact.
Yep.
It's another coercive portal. Which I'm assuming it's another voting card, and you can either vote Carnage or Homage. So you've got a portal that has something horrible behind it.
Yeah, it's like, guys, what do you want?
I just like to picture a council arguing about something, and you're just like, guys! And you just point to it, and there's just this horrific void maw just peering out from it, and it's like, well... I was like, alright, cards.
I just imagine somebody, like, pulling out a button and just holding their hand, like, guys, like... And, like, the vortex keeps swirling, and whenever it sweeps over to it, there's just, like, dramatic music playing.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, the portal, like, people either give you cards or you blow everything up.
Next card we got, Cogwork Grinder. I really like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like that he basically, this is a card, I'm going to feed it to him and he's going to grind it to pieces. All of my opponents are going to watch me grind this thing to pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just like, you permanently exile cards, like, from your pool.
Oh, they're completely gone.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm not playing this card.
They don't know what you're feeding it, but you're feeding it something. It's like, nope, that's gone.
Yeah. Well, it just grinds it up. It doesn't actually eat it. It just, like, turns it into material, which then...
It grinds it into powder.
I mean, I guess that's pretty much eating, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's basically what eating is. It's just grinding something up and then, like, assimilating it into yourself.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, so he eats it. And then he beats guys with spears up.
Yeah, I like how that's a mid-shot of the guys being thrown back from his punch.
Yep.
He punched them so hard they went in 2 different directions. What do we got? Cogwork Librarian.
Yay.
I like this little guy because he looks like a sliver.
Yeah.
He's got the little sliver arm.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all I got for him.
He's got lots of scrolls and books.
Yep.
His little back is a repository. That's nice. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice them. Yeah, he's got the little things. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's neat. I like that.
Yeah. And he'll find a better thing for you.
Huh.
If you want it, then, you have to, give them away, but...
What do I got next? Cogwork Spy. Spybird. It feels like a Leonardo da Vinci thing.
Yep.
I do like the art. I like to see I guess that's Brago's castle or something in the background.
Yeah.
I really like that. I like shots from high up where you can see the curvature.
Yeah, that's really neat. I also like that he's just like the flavor of this is just like, you draft it and then the person next to you, like, that's just like perched on their shoulder staring at what they're taking.
Yeah.
Just like, get out of here, and I just don't know if I try to shoot it away, it just lands again, and they just sigh, take something, and then it flies off.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Next one is a Cogwork Tracker.
Oh, the robot dog.
Yeah. Hound Construct.
It saw you not pick him, and he's pissed off. I got really nothing else to say about it. I think this is the first carnival Alex Corleorendelli's done. She does some good stuff.
It's just... I never read that card before. That's really nice.
Yeah, it's literally just, pay attention to give this to you.
Yeah. He's the person that, like, it's Airbud. He's attacking the clown.
Yes. It's like some sort of dog juggernaut. A doggernaut.
Yeah. Trigger dog?
Yes, that.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got next? Deal Broker.
Oh, this is a fun one.
I like the concept of this one. Because apparently, they use robots to broker deals.
Yep.
Which makes you wonder...
They use robots for everything.
Yeah, it's just kind of,
They use robots for animals.
Yeah. Well, just the track and spy.
Alright, now... they're taking jobs from animals, though. That's not really fair.
What's our next one? We got Lore Seeker.
Yeah.
I like Lore Seeker, but the weird thing about Lore Seeker to me is the cogs on his neck and arm. I don't know how those work.
Oh, yeah. How are they attached?
I'm going with magnets.
Okay. Either that or they're really just welded and they're just for show.
Yeah, which is just raises more questions.
It's just, the person that made them didn't actually know how gears work, but he knew that was the style.
Yeah, it's just Muzio, just like, God damn it, Giuseppe.
I never learned how these things work, but this guy really wanted them in the design, so I mean, just
Giuseppe, go sit down. Well, I got this.
Just glue a couple gears on it. Yeah. It's fine.
Steampunk. What's next? Lurking Automaton.
This one wants to be picked last.
Well, yeah, but if you pick it too late, somebody else is going to get it.
Yeah,
which is a fun little,
interesting thing about
little draft minigame.
Yeah,
I really don't have anything to say about the card, though.
No, it's
got
grindy bits.
Yeah,
lots of grindy bits.
But I don't. But he's got weird. Yeah, his hands are picking up things.
Mm-hmm.
What are those?
Pickaxes?
Well, I mean the things he's picking up.
Oh,
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
Next card is Whisper Gear Sneak, which I just like the art for.
Yeah.
Again, you can tell it's a Jesper Edge Sing piece because just the way he does backgrounds, it feels very Shadowmoor-y.
Yeah.
I got nothing really to say about him. He's got a neat little mechanical flavor thing.
I loved this guy in the Conspiracy video.
Oh, yeah.
Because Kenji took one of Marshall's packs and opened that.
Just to be a jerk.
Just to be mean.
Just to smell it.
Yeah. That was a good video.
Oh, let's all open our packs. Oh, next we got Paliano, the High City, 420, legalize it.
Every day.
This card's weird. I don't really have much really to say about it.
It's a tri-land, but...
It's
it's like whatever colors, like, I mean, I guess people can be kind of like, well, I'm drafting this color, which means this, like, person probably isn't using this one, so I don't know. There's some neat strategy things, but, it's just a nice politics, draft matters land.
Yeah, it's a weird one because it's one of those cards where it can't matter in anything except for draft and cube.
Right.
So.
Which is why it doesn't, like, because, like, the thing is, it's not even just, like, it doesn't even have an add 1.
Yeah.
It's literally, if you don't choose any colors for it because you didn't draft it, it doesn't do anything.
Right. I really like the art for this one. Adam Paquette does amazing landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
He did a lot of the Ravnica basic lands. And he just shows up. I think he did a bunch of Theroses.
I really like that the high city is literally just higher than everything else because it's sitting on pillars.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think that's just the weird castle thing.
Yeah. Oh, is it like...
I honestly don't know.
Is the whole thing the city?
Because, yeah, we know Fiora's not entirely city, so...
Right. So this might just be the city.
I think Paliano might just be the whole thing, but that's...
Oh, okay. Then
maybe that is the high city.
And then the rest of it's just the low city?
Yeah.
Okay.
And those are all the cards except for the Conspiracies, which we should look at now.
Now we have all the weird ones, which I really like Conspiracies in general because they're type lines or scrolls.
Oh yeah, the scrolls and the type lines. I like that the back of the text boxes are watermarked with a wax seal.
Yeah, I really like the design of Conspiracies.
Yeah, I think that was a good touch that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Which they could really do because they didn't need space for the mana cost.
Right. And I also like that, like, they expand the, what do you call it? The set indicator?
Yes.
They expand that so that it has a little, like, ribbon on it so, you can, like, see that that's a seal.
I like that, yeah, it explains what the set symbol is.
Yeah. It's really cool. Conspiracies also work in cool ways.
Yep.
They just start in the command zone.
Advantageous Proclamation.
I don't really know what the flavor of this one is.
Well, they're giving you a favor by shortening your crap you gotta play.
Yeah.
I just noticed that is a very fat man.
Yeah, it's a really fat man with little stubby legs.
This is one of two, I think it's like 3 Conspiracies with flavor text, so.
Yeah. And he's like leaning back in his chair too.
I think it's just a weird angle.
Okay. It looks kind of like he's like leaning back and holding the card and trying to read it, but it's like too far away, so he has to look at it weird.
It's weird. It's... yeah.
Next Conspiracy is Backup Plan.
Oh, Grenzo. Look at that little grin on his face.
He's so happy to do his job.
Oh, yeah, he's got that little key, the skeleton key thing, too. It's like, I don't know, I could.
This one, yeah, like, I like the backup plan is just that you have another hand you can take if you don't like the one you have. Personally, I think that should be the mulligan rule anyway, but... Either that,
it's
or
multiplayer, you get a free mulligan anyway, so...
Right, yeah. Well, actually, the way that my friends and I do, Commander at least, is, you draw 14 cards, and then you shuffle 7 back.
Oh. That's a good... I never thought of that one.
Works alright. I had some times
we always did the old rule, where you could reveal your hand if you didn't have a land, or you had all lands, you could get a new hand for free.
Yeah. One time, I, like, did that, and I had, like, 1 land in my 14 cards. And that was a bad game for me, but,
Maze of Fifth!
Anyway. Next one. This one has the keyword that shows up on,
the hidden agenda.
Yeah, Brago's favor.
Where you get to stick a post-it note to it.
Yep. And then you choose a card before the game starts.
And then Brago makes things cheaper for you.
Yep.
Of the named card. Which I'm not gonna lie, when I do this, I'm going to grab every Conspiracy I can and every Scaled Worm I can and just name Scaled Worm all day, every day.
Oh, and then just play a bunch of
My Scaled Worms are 1 cheaper!
Then play
a bunch of
and then play a bunch of 6 mana Scaled Worms.
Oh yeah! Maybe I'll get more than just Brago's. Maybe I'll get multiple Brago's favor. It'd be great.
Enable images for everything.
Oh man.
Next up, we have another
double stroke.
Yeah, not double strike.
Do not get the actual art connection with this one.
Nope.
They are arresting a goblin.
Yeah, who looks like he's been set on fire, so may have had dethroned.
Maybe.
that isn't relevant here because you copy an instant, and I don't see anything to do with casting spells here. So, I mean...
Yeah, I don't know.
It's nice art.
Yeah, Christopher Waller does...
Just...
He's got a very distinctive style where it feels very... You can see the brushstrokes, really.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he double-stroked it.
Oh!
Doubtful.
No, not at all.
I don't think they just knew how to connect the flavor and the mechanics for this one. It happens sometimes.
It does.
They're pretty good about it, but...
I do like that the borders are sort of semi-transparent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. How about that? Next one, immediate action. Nice hat.
Next one is a freaking jerk falls out a window.
Yeah, and hits your hat.
Immediate action. Another hidden agenda, but this is name the card, and the cards you name get haste.
Yeah.
Think of all those really cheap hasted scaled worms I'm going to cast.
I'm sure, and you're gonna get a bunch of the advantageous proclamations.
Oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of cheap 7/6 worms.
So you're gonna play like
with
20
haste.
cards in your deck, and it's gonna be like just enough lands to play your like 3 mana scaled worms.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
That's the dream.
Next we got iterative analysis.
Is that Harry Potter?
You know what? Let's go with yes. He is gonna fall.
So you can make one of your spells a new cantrip.
Yeah, hidden agenda. Cast spell with a name, draw a card. Great.
Hidden agenda. Great.
Next we got Muzio's preparations.
Yep. He's working on a thing.
Yep, he's being magically
He made it
Leonardo da
better.
Vinci.
Yeah.
Oh man, think of all the 1/1 counters my worms are gonna get with this one.
Yeah. So now you're getting extra claw.
Hasted 10/9, scaled worm for 3.
How many of these do you think you're gonna get?
Oh man, I'm gonna get all of them. Nobody's gonna draft a scaled worm first pick.
Well, how about all the conspiracies you apparently need to make this work?
Nobody's gonna draft a conspiracy first pick. There's exploration in this set.
What happens if you don't draft enough cards to... Oh, I guess you just have to fill up your deck with basics if you don't have, 23 non-conspiracy cards?
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Ugh.
Watch, that'll happen. I'll get all the conspiracy, and then instead of getting named Scaled Worm, I'll just get all the Lizard Warriors. Be like, I bet on the wrong pony. Next we got Power Play. With Marquesa in her giant throne.
Who'd she take that throne from?
A giant.
I guess. She's not doing the regent pose, though. You need to, be leaning back with your, hand on your knee and then your fist on your chin.
Her hand is on her knee, though.
Well, she doesn't have the fist on her chin.
No, because she's doing the thing with the rings on the giant throne's arm.
Okay, is she poisoning the throne?
Yes. She's dethroning the throne! Oh my god!
Oh my god, it all fits together now.
Oh. Next time we got Secret Summoning with more Grenzo.
Yeah.
And his goblin buddies. Oh man, I'm gonna do a Scaled Worm and we can get all the Scaled Worms out of my deck with this one.
You only draw lands, that's the only other cards you're playing.
Yeah.
That's a fine one. He's bringing his buddies out.
Yeah. It's a Secret Summoning. You're just pulling out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Secrets of Paradise with Selvala. Oh, my Scaled Worms are gonna tap for mana! Scaled Worms of Paradise!
I do like that the feather looks like it comes from a bird of paradise.
Yeah, I do like that. That is a nice little flavor nod.
So, she went to paradise and she found a bird of paradise, and they killed it. They took its feather.
Yep. That's the secret of paradise. All you've got to do is take the feather. You don't need the stupid bird.
Yeah, who needs birds? I need birds. Anyway, Sentry Dispatch.
Sentinel Dispatch, I like. You get a 1/1 defender construct at the start of the game. I really like, if you look at his little pole thing, like we looked at with Grenzo's rebuttal, he's got cogs all over it. But the other thing I really like is if you look at his lower body, he's got a cog wheel for legs, right?
Yep.
Look, he's on a track. He comes around on a little track.
Oh, that's why he's defender. You can only move a predefined area.
Do you know what I also thought about that I'm going to do?
Yeah.
If I get Sentinel Dispatches, I'm going to name Construct is the name for Secrets of Paradise. I can't do this, but I'm going to, because it's not a card. But I'm going to do this!
Get on it, Watsy.
Oh, man!
Make us a card named Construct.
Ah, why can't it be a card? I want to do this!
It's like you can name Splinter, so then your spell's called Splinter. You could do Splinter, actually. Because
you could do Splinter and give all of your instants tap at, except they're not creatures.
You could give your Splinter tokens ability to tap, but then also give your instant called Splinter the ability to tap for mana. Because that works. Shut up. Move on.
Unexpected potential. Oh my god, they're setting him on fire! They're dethroning King Brago!
It's all coming together.
Oh, all of my Scaled Worms can be cast for red mana.
So you can play your Scaled Worm in your deck that's mainly Lizard Warriors.
Yeah!
But you still try to live the dream.
Oh.
Sorry, Brago.
I'm going to bring up Dark Souls one more time and just he's doing the shrug pose.
Oh yeah. He also kind of looks like... He kind of looks like... I feel like he reminds me of Gwyn.
Yeah. The Dark Soulsiest set.
Yeah. Next is WorldNet.
I love WorldNet art. WorldNet's art.
Yeah.
Like I said,
really
Anna Peckett does really good landscapes. I like that you can see all of the basic lands.
Yeah. I like
Which
that,
is kind of subtle as you actually look. It's like, oh, there's even an island in that lake. Great.
Yep. I want to first pick this card and then draft around it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you just draft this card and they're just like, what's the best card in this pack?
It's going to be great.
I love it. No one's going to know what colors are in because you're not in any colors.
Nope.
Because you're in Magical Christmas Land.
That's how I draft all the time.
And on that note, that's all of Conspiracy.
That is all of Conspiracy. We have looked at all of the cards.
Yep.
That matter.
What are your final thoughts on the creative of this set?
I enjoy it. I like that they did how you can see glimpses of other planes that we're not at right now. It feels very core setty how they do that.
Yep.
And then overall, I just like they did a city-based thing without it feeling too much like Ravnica.
Yeah, I like the whole people vying for power thing. I think that this is the first time that creative has really felt like it's a multiplayer thing. They've had the commander sets and planes and stuff like that, but I think this is the first time that it actually feels like in this story it's multiplayer.
Yes. Which it's very much built around that.
Mm-hmm. But thanks for joining us for Planescast. We'll be back again,
Maybe.
probably.
Hopefully. Oh god.
Let's see. Bye.